Hello, everyone. It is the day after Christmas, 2017, and I am Rio Refresher. I am here to talk to you today about how important it is that you love the cabal. Yeah, right. I hear you. Well, let me tell you why. From the understanding that I have, before we even incarnate into these temporary bodies, we choose our parents, we choose the roles that we're going to play while we're here. That applies to everybody. The cabal are here representing the people that we really don't want to be. They are our contrast. Because, as you know, we're living in a contrasting duality, up, down, right, left, good, bad, right, wrong. And that only applies to this three-dimensional realm, to this third density realm. It doesn't apply in higher realms. So, I remember about, a decade or so ago, I think George Bush was president then, George Jr., and I remember getting the insight that they are just as much our brothers and sisters as our blood brothers and sisters. They are our brothers and sisters in spirit. We are all one. We are all from the same source. And maybe this is a new concept to you, but it's very true. So if you're not aware of this, forgive me. You got some catching up to do. So when you think about what's going on out in the world, and as far as the negative stuff, bombings, rape, murder, all that stuff, and when you feel the emotions that you do, it's mostly negative. And I'm going to share a little insight, some intuitive wisdom with you about where that feelings come from. It's not coming from the situation itself. It's coming from the thoughts that you're thinking about the situation. It's really your higher self telling you, no, that's not how I see it. And if you can come to a neutral perspective, and I've already made a video on this, I suggest you watch it. If you can bring yourself to a balance point, a neutral perspective, and just see things as they are, you'll see what I mean. By keeping judgment out of it and staying neutral, you'll see the situation as it is. And then you can choose how you want to think about it, instead of allowing your ego to run wild with all kinds of thoughts that probably mostly don't feel good. So, love your enemy as you would your neighbor, your child, and hopefully yourself. Loving yourself is the first step, and it's really about loving your ego. We all have all of the archetypes within us. We may not all have activated, like I've never activated the murderer or the rapist or saboteur. Well, sometimes it seems like that, but I've done a lot of inner work with myself, and doing that inner work helped me to see that everyone that triggers me is just a reflection of the inner parts of myself that I've pushed away, that I have yet to accept. And this is true for everybody, not just me. And, and the flip side of that coin is people who trigger you into love, i.e. falling in love, which is really rising into love. They're reminding you of who you really are, which is love. So if we're going to get through this next year of chaos, and it has only just started, I suggest you find a way to be neutral. Don't get too upset about anything. It's been going on a lot longer than you'd like to think. You're just now finding out about it when we do find out. I already know about a lot of the stuff that's going on. And it was a big shock. And it's going to be a big shock to most of you, too. The other reason why we need to love our enemy as our neighbor and ourself and as our child is because holding judgment against people only hurts the person having the judgment. They don't feel, well, if they're empathic, they'll feel your judgment, but for the most part, people don't give a shit. Especially if you're not in proximity to them and they don't see you getting angry about them, they're not getting it. It's only hurting you. So you're only hurting yourself. And holding that judgment against them keeps them where they are in that negative energy. By releasing your judgment, not only do you release yourself of holding on to that negative energy that's hurtful, it actually causes disease in our bodies if we hang on to it long enough. But it doesn't help them rise to a higher vibration where they need to be to heal themselves, to get over their own negativity. I'm not asking you to go out and hug everybody or, you don't have to like these people. It's not what I'm saying. Just don't condemn them. We're all just playing a role. None of this is very serious, really. It's all going to be okay in the end. I know this. I already know. The light has already won. And we're just playing everything out right now. So, I'm asking you to remember this. And do yourself a favor. The next time you feel yourself in judgment or you get triggered, it's really about you. It's really about what you're hiding from yourself, keeping from yourself, deceiving yourself, not being honest. And really, you only have to be honest with yourself. Because if you're honest with yourself, you will be honest with everybody else. Everything starts with you. So, all these Cabal members, they will spend some time in the just us system, i.e. justice. But eventually, they will be pardoned. They will be forgiven. They will not get off scot-free. Don't worry about that. But really, death, that's too easy. That's an easy way out, believe me. They will not learn anything if we desire to kill them and want them dead. They will be made to feel exactly how all of their victims were made to feel by their actions. And I can't think of a more fitting, it's not really punishment, it's karma, It's going to show them where they were at when they did all this stuff. So, I hope you understood this. I encourage comments relevant to the content, please. And anything that's not relevant will be immediately deleted. And if you have any suggestions for other videos, I also suggest that you read or you look at the videos that I made on self-love. That may be helpful to you because it is important to love your ego. It ain't going anywhere. It ain't gonna die. So quit hating on it. We've been lied to about everything, especially who we are and what our ego is. Your ego is your protector. It's there to have your back. But you got to get control of it first and strengthen your will so that you make the choice to feel better, choosing thoughts that feel good rather than choosing the assumptions that the ego makes without verifying to see if they're true. So I leave you with this thought. Namaste, aloha, Mwah. I love you.